how to evaluate an icebreaker. My name is Bill Lewis. I'm the Lieutenant Governor of Marketing for District 31 Toastmasters, and I have strong opinions about how you can do a good icebreaker evaluation. For any evaluation, you're looking for two things. Make the speaker feel good, say something useful. Make the speaker feel good. You want that person to know that you appreciate their effort, that you want them to feel that all the hard time that they put into writing that speech and practicing it was worthwhile. You want them to want to come back. Number two, say something useful. And of course that means things they could have done better. Don't jingle the coins in your pants, watch your awes, stuff like that. For icebreakers, this is the big one. Just say a few things, maybe nothing at all, but you want that speaker to feel good. Now, how do you accomplish this? The usual method is the sandwich technique. You say the good stuff, you talk about a few issues, say some more good stuff. Lots of good stuff, a few issues. And of course, we want to be specific. So ending by saying, overall, a good speech, that's kind of weak. But saying something more specific like, I really appreciated your speech, I'm really looking forward to the next one, yeah, much nicer. Now, I am going to proceed and give my evaluation of Deb's speech, which you presumably just saw on the video in this YouTube channel. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and especially Deb, what a wonderful icebreaker. You told us about yourself and you made us feel warm and welcome into your life. You used the image of transitions to talk about portions of your life and interspersed with stories, and that worked extremely well. You have a clear voice, you were using notes, but they really didn't disturb us at all. You had good eye contact with us the most of the time. You told us a history about yourself through these 4 transitions. And when you brought up your picture, the pictures of your kids, you saw the results you got. That was wonderful. That really was heartwarming and made us feel good and more involved in what was going on. On your 3rd transition, you talked about how your husband betrayed your trust. And that was beautifully done because all of us realized that something extremely emotional and tough went in there. And you talked about it very matter-of-factly, and you let it as part of your life, something you learned in transition. And that was extremely effective. Several times I noticed that you were holding your hands really tight like this, and you looked a little bit nervous. Were you a little bit nervous? Yeah. Well, how many people thought that she looked really nervous? No one noticed. 99% of the time, the only time a person will notice you're nervous is when they're giving you an evaluation, they're looking for it. So, yeah, don't worry about it. You did great. Let's see, what else? You talked about your kids, we saw pictures of them, and that made us feel good. As you proceeded, your gestures, I noticed you got more relaxed, you also looked less nervous, and your gestures opened up and you were using your hands more effectively, and you simply looked a lot better. You have such a nice smile, you have so much enthusiasm. I just felt wonderful, and I really feel like I know a little bit more about you, and I'm so happy to welcome you to our club. Thank you for a marvelous speech, Deb. Okay, so there is what I would consider a pretty much perfect evaluation. I said a lot of things that I liked about what she did. I gave a little bit of things for improvement, and I said a lot more about what I liked, how welcome she made us feel, how nicely she did her speech. And of course, that's really, really what you're after. All sorts of things that I could have said in addition. For example, she got confused with the Toastmaster at the end with shaking hands. Whoopie-doo. She's going to figure that out. So that isn't even worth mentioning. She had a few ahs, she had a few pauses, she looked like she got lost a little bit a couple of times. Nothing to worry about. For a more experienced speaker, Of course, and I would mention these things, but icebreakers, nah, let them go under the bridge. The idea is to make her feel good and welcome her to our club.